Hello everyone and welcome back to more Umineko When the Seagulls Cry. So in the last video we had a really long introduction to most of the characters, and it appears they're all going to like a family meeting with the head of their family. Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted out loudly. He shouted out loudly even. I'm already messing up with the reading. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that he was greeting Aunt Rosa, who had come late. Oh, if it isn't Rosa-san. Maria-chan, long time no see. Long time no see. Ooh. I don't know what that's meant to be, but she's sort of cute. She's got a weird little fang thing going on. I'm not sure what that's about. Maria, shouldn't that be it's good to see you again? Greet your uncle properly. Ooh. It's good to see you again. There you go. Well said. How about some candy as a reward? Oh, huh? Where'd I put it? Rosa-san, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you too, Maria-chan. It's been too long, Kiryu-nei-san, Hideyoshi-ni-san. And, oh my, Battler-kun? Look how big you've gotten. Ah, come on. It's embarrassing hearing that from every person I meet. Hey Rosa, you're late. If the plane was on time, you'd barely have made it. I'm sorry. We had some trouble making our train connection. She's actually very pretty. So are we waiting on the weather again? Oh, don't complain. I much prefer the 30-minute plane trip to spending 6 hours bouncing about on a boat. Even if we're kept waiting here for an hour, it's still much faster overall. Maria-chan's gotten huge too. So how tall are you now? So how tall am I now? Maria-chan parroted Uncle Hideyoshi's question, looking up at her mother. I guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably right in the middle of a growth spurt, so her height must change every month. Give it a few more years and she'll suddenly start looking feminine. Well, it's not like she doesn't look it now. Just how tall were you the last time you got measured? You keep getting bigger and bigger, don't you? Right? I think she's grown a lot since last year. Let's see, she turned 9 years old this year, didn't she? 9 years old. Okay, so she seems to repeat people a lot. That's right, you're 9 years old now. Glad to see you're doing well too, Maria-chan. Up you go. I guess you've gotten a bit too heavy to play airplane with. Georgia Nikki, what a rude thing to say to a lady. Here, I'll do it. Up you go. When I went to lift her up in Aniki's place, Maria stiffened defensively, staring suspiciously at my face. Ah, that's right. The last time I met Maria, it was 6 years ago, and she was only 3 years old. Of course she doesn't remember my face. Maria-chan, don't you remember? It's Battler-kun. You used to play together, remember? No surprise, I guess. The last time she met Battler, she was only 3. You don't keep memories at that age. She must know everyone's face apart from mine because she meets them every year, but I haven't had contact with the Ushiromiya family for about 6 years now. So it's no surprise that this 9-year-old girl doesn't have any memories of me. Even I can only just barely remember her being a 3-year-old crybaby. Maria, this is Battler Oni-chan, Rudolph Nisan's son. Understand? The brother is the son. Ugh. That Usan was probably her brain going into overload at that complicated explanation. It's not really that complicated, to be honest. I guess the phrasing of that was a bit confusing. Ni or Ani, the title you use to refer to an actual older brother, can also be a friendly honorific for a boy who's only a bit older than you. It's just like ne or one, the word for big sister. Maria-chan, this is Battler-kun. He's your cousin, like me. Like George Oni-chan? Battler? Cousin? That's right. You got it. This part of Aniki is what makes me really look up to him. For someone who isn't married, he's just great at dealing with kids. I'm sure he'll be an indulgent father in the future. Battler Oni-chan? Maria looked straight at me with a questioning expression, as though asking whether it was okay to call me that. Yep, that's me, Battler. Nice to meet you, Maria. Ooh, Battler. Maria, you mustn't talk to him like that. Call him Battler Oni-chan. That's alright, Aunt Rosa. I don't sweat the small stuff. Hey, Maria, we're close enough that we don't need honorifics, right? Battler, Battler, Battler! Ooh, ooh! That's right, Maria, Maria, Maria. Okay, what's happening? We horsed around for a while to make up for the 6-year gap in our friendship. She probably still thinks of me as nothing more than a big new friend, but things will probably work out as we get to know each other again. But I'm surprised. She's just the way I remembered her being 6 years ago. Seems that people just don't change that much after all. I'm a bit happy that she's still the pure, innocent girl I remember. Her name is written Bleh. Of course, Bleh is pronounced Maria. The third character looks like a cross, which is pretty cool. Her feelings don't usually show up on her face, so it can be difficult to know just what she's thinking, but that's just how she looks on the outside. On the inside, she's just a sweet, normal girl. Then there's Maria's mother, Aunt Rosa. She's my dad's younger sister. Rosa is written Bleh. Here's a name that's totally not Japanese. Sorry to say it, but her name's almost as ridiculous as Dad's. I've got to respect her for not ending up as screwed up as he is. When I think about it all, the names in my family sound foreign. Just why is grandfather so obsessed with that? Because of him, even we grandchildren have to put up with this weird naming sense. It's even more annoying since grandfather's own name is perfectly normal. Anyway, there's one thing about Aunt Rosa that's a relief compared to the other family members. The old bastard and Aunt Ava have this annoying urge to tease and mock people all the time. But even though she shares their blood, Aunt Rosa isn't like that at all. She has the most common sense amongst all the siblings. Like Uncle Hideyoshi, she's a kind aunt who'll always be on the kids' side. However, possibly because she's more strict as a parent, she's not liberal with handing out spending money like Uncle Hideyoshi. Because that's... you have to give me money to be in my good books, apparently. Okay. Now we have the entire group of family members who are going to board the plane. At that moment, as though it had waited for us all to arrive, an announcement rang out through the lobby. Our apologies for the delay. Boarding will now commence for Flight 201 to Nijima. We ask that the passengers please form 2 lines in front of the counter, behind the white line. Rosa, you still haven't gone through boarding procedures, right? Hurry up. Oh no! Maria, come on! Ugh! We had to go through a metal detector before going out on the runway. Our small plane wasn't as massive as an international flight, but it was still a plane. A staff member holding a metal detector checked us all. Once all of us cleared the check, we followed the staff member out onto the runway. Come to think of it, everyone here is in the Ushiromiya family. It's like this is a reserved charter flight or something. Like a private jet, I guess. Our group stopped in front of the entrance to the airplane. Then our guide turned around and spoke, looking down at the passenger list as he did. Boarding will now commence. As I call out the names of the passenger list, please take your seats in order, starting from the front row on the right side and going right to left, then on to the next row. I will now begin reading the passenger list. Ushiromiya Hideyoshi-sama. Oh, I'm first. Right here. By the way, do you have some candy, Ava? I've been looking all over for some, but I can't find any. Ushiromiya Ava-sama. They're in my handbag. I'll get one once we're inside the plane. I've heard that candies are a good way to protect your ears from hurting because of variations in atmospheric pressure when landing or taking off. See, that never worked for me. I mean, when I was growing up and I went on planes, I had like the worst ear pops. Like I had to wear earplugs because I was literally in so much pain, and sweets did not help with that whatsoever. But I guess it's to each their own. That's probably what they're talking about. Hope I get a window seat. Don't worry, there aren't any other kinds of seats. As Georgianiki said, there were apparently only 2 lines of seats, so this is what a small plane is like. We are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? How many times is he going to ask that question? Ushiromiya George-sama. Right here. Don't worry, Battler-kun. It won't shake too much. Ushiromiya Battler-sama. Aniki, what do you mean not too much? You can just swim if you fall from a boat, but if a plane crashes, you're screwed, right? We all get our own parachutes in our seat, don't we? Wait, we don't? Ushiromiya Rudolph-sama. Come on, Butler. Stop standing there slack-jawed and get in. Ow, Dad. Don't push me. We don't get parachutes. Ushiromiya Kirie-sama. Okay, you two, stop fooling around. Let's move on in. Ow, Kirie. Don't push me. It's like the dad picks on the son and then the wife picks on the dad. This blockhead isn't moving. Ushiromiya Maria-sama. Ooh, let's move on in. Ushiromiya Rosa-sama. Maria, be quiet. This is your pilot, Kawabata. We'd like to thank you for taking New Tokyo Aviation's Flight 201 today. We estimate that the flight to Nijima Airport will take about 20 minutes. We are receiving reports of atmospheric turbulence. There may be some shaking on the aircraft, so we ask that you do not unfasten your seatbelts after takeoff. Oh, that's a good way to make Battle feel better. Aniki, did that guy just say we need to wear seatbelts? In a jumbo jet they let you undo them after takeoff, right? So it's going to shake so much we can't take them off? Damn it, you tricked me. It is going to shake after all. Where are the parachutes? I knew I should have taken the boat. Okay, so I guess we're on to the first proper chapter. Legend of the Golden Witch. Should have taken the boat. The boat. Fall! Fall! Ooh! Maria, that's enough. But what a surprise! I thought there was nothing that could scare Battalican. This guy can't handle vehicles for some reason. Always yells about falling and sinking and stuff. You're a disgrace of a man, you are. Oh, shut up. That thing was seriously shaking way too much. I just got a little stressed since it was my first time on a small plane like that. You call that a little stressed? Sounds like it'd be fun to take an overseas vacation with you, Battalican. Would you like to go to Egypt with your aunt? You'd get to ride a plane for a full 14 hours. That's a good plan. Battalican, you should go let Ava-san toughen you up some. Still, it's so hilarious. Now. Everyone's got their own strong and weak points. It's bad to laugh at them. Dad, you're laughing too. Hey, Maria-chan, you shouldn't laugh anymore. Shouldn't laugh anymore? Ugh. Yeah, damn it. Is being scared of planes really such a big deal? Everyone obviously thinks I'm a big oaf now. We split up and took separate taxis from the airport to the harbour. From there on, we would be taking a boat to the island. The islands are right next to each other, so the distance of the trip wasn't that great. By boat, it was a leisurely 30 minutes to the island. When we reached the pier where the boat to the island was anchored, we saw a figure waving at us. Georgie-san! It's been so freaking long! Ah, Jessica-chan, it's been a year since I saw you. You've gotten taller again, haven't you? Don't give me that, it's embarrassing when you say it every year. Hey, Aniki, you got to be kidding me. Is that really Jessica? Wait a sec, George. Is this big guy Battler? We both stared at each other. She definitely didn't look like that in my memories, but I do remember her crazy way of talking. Yo, Jessica, what's this now? You're kidding me, you look like a woman now. What are these boobs? Even you managed to get a chest. It's kind of rude to just point that out as one of the first things you say. Let me rub 'em, let me. Don't screw around with me. I'm a blushing flower of 18. Of course my hair grew longer and I got these. What, you think I got boobs just to get fondled by you, loser? And speaking of you, sure, you got all ridiculously huge, but did you get a bit stronger too? Don't screw with me, I'll show you how much training I've done since back then. You're pissing me off. I'll beat you at your own game. This headstrong girl's name is The. She was born under the same unlucky star as me, sharing the same kind of weird name. Anyway, The is pronounced Jessica. She's Dad's older brother's daughter. That older brother happened to be the oldest son of the Ushiromiya family, so for now it means Jessica is the direct family heir. Since Jessica and I are the same age and sometimes had little boy-girl squabbles with each other, we've always been used to fighting and joking around together when the relatives gather. Jessica grew more quickly, so she's always had me beat in terms of size and physical strength. When we scuffled in a contest of strength, it usually went Jessica's way. So even though I realised I'd grown bigger, part of my mind was still convinced that I couldn't beat Jessica. Whoa, what are you getting all serious for? Ow, ow, ow! Hey, this is nothing. Jessica, you've gotten weak. Shut up! I'm a girl, so of course I couldn't beat a guy with physical strength forever, right? Well, you've got a point there. The meat I put on my arms all went to your chest. It looks like it should be a pretty even test of strength between my arms and your boobs, don't you think? I told you, my boobs aren't for you to feel up. Besides, how about you? Did your cute little elephant sound get a bit bigger to go with the rest of you? It's a very personal conversation. I mean, I never talk to my cousins like this. Stop it, idiot. No, you perv. I'll be ruined for marriage. Don't touch my crotch. Don't say stuff people are going to misinterpret. Honestly, I was so surprised at how feminine Jessica had become that I had to joke around like an idiot to hide it. Well, considering what a bossy brat she was 6 years ago, anyone would be surprised. And I guess she's just as surprised. She probably wasn't expecting to lose to me in a test of strength. After losing that easily, she must be shocked at how much I've grown in the past 6 years. 6 years. Once again, I'm being shown just what a huge gap of time that was. Crap, total defeat. It's like I'm no match for you anymore. That's not true. Even Battler-kun must have his weaknesses. Right, Maria-chan? Ooh, fall. Shh, cut it out, Maria. Let's keep that a secret, okay? Fall? The hell are you talking about? Sorry, but there's no chance you'll see that weakness of mine now. After all, the nightmare plane trip is already over and done with. Only thing left is the nice quiet splashing of the boat ride. I never thought I'd start loving that piece of junk boat this much. Huh? Georgie-san, is there something wrong with his head? You'll understand soon. Very soon. At the time, I didn't get what Aniki meant by that big smile. What have we here? Ooh! Battler-san, how big you've grown. Who is it this time? It's an old lady with an apron. Oh yeah, that takes me back. I remember now. You remember her, right? It's Kumasawa-san, the servant. I could never forget you, Kumasawa-bachan. After all, you haven't aged a bit in these past 6 years. If anything, I'd say you're looking younger than ever. Oh, lately my skin's been getting quite smooth and silky. And look, hasn't my chest gotten bigger as well? How do you like a little feel? Okay, so the girl his age is like, nah, you can't feel me. And the old woman is like, go ahead. You're kidding, right? My breast fondling is strictly limited to bouncy girls. Oh, I was quite bouncy in my youth. Don't be shy, fondle to your heart's content. Yeah, give me a break. It's girls I'm looking for, not grannies. The jokes I'd cracked about Jessica were being turned against me. Come to think of it, Kumasawa has always been the type to tease people. Kumasawa-san, stop that now. People with one foot in the coffin shouldn't jump around. To sport with the young is the most rejuvenating medicine. Ho ho ho. It's rare for you to come pick us up, Kumasawa-san. I wonder what's gotten into you. Usually your lumbago kicks in whenever someone gives you a job to do. Haha, Eva-sama, you're as harsh as ever. I found myself with some urgent purchases to make, and while I was at it, I thought I would come welcome you all. Although it does give a bad impression if the one waiting to greet you is a decrepit old woman. Ha ha ha. Aunt Eva spoke so sarcastically, but Kumasawa-bachan's years of experience were nothing to sneeze at. She was more than capable of smoothly and coolly deflecting that comment. Well, it feels bad to say it, but old Kumasawa-bachan may be past her prime as a servant. She might act as though she's in good health, but between the headaches and her lumbago, her body is wearing out. To tell the truth, the very fact that she's still working is impressive. How old is she this year again? She must be pushing 80 at least. It's incredible that she's still able to act so cheerily. You just seem to get more and more lively. Oh, that's right, here you are. It's the tea I told you about before. Look, I bought you some. Please, do try it later on. Aunt Rosa took a souvenir bag out from her suitcase. To think that she remembered a promise that she'd apparently made last year and faithfully brought it. This sort of thoughtfulness was just like Aunt Rosa. She wasn't the kind of person who would forget or break a promise. Kumasawa-bachan seemed deeply touched, not only that Aunt Rosa had remembered this year-old promise, but that she would bring a gift to a simple servant like her. This woman is Kumasawa Chiyo-san. She's a senior servant who's been working at the Ushiromiya head family household for many years. As you'd expect from someone her age, manual labour isn't her strong point, but she's a kind of super servant who can handle just about anything else, from kitchen work to cleaning and laundry. It seems like her only flaw is a tendency to slack off. I hear she tries to get away from heavy or troublesome work by playing up her chronic diseases. In Kumasawa-bachan's case, this was probably a sign of craftiness rather than laziness, but it probably doesn't impress those paying her salary. Ah well, even if she's pretty flaky when it comes to work, I could never dislike her. I guess that's probably because of her cheerfulness and her constant smile. Hey, glad to see you're still in fine spirits. How's your back doing then? Even with the medicine, it's not getting one whit better. According to the doctor, nothing can be done for this one. It's what you might call an incurable disease. Okay guys, well, eventually we're going to get to it. I feel bad because a lot of the games that I like to play, they start slow, but I'm really enjoying it. It's been pretty humorous so far, I would say. But I can see it getting very dark later on, which is the kind of thing that I like. I like it cutesy on the outside and kind of dark and gory and stuff on the inside. But if you guys have enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. And until next time guys, goodbye!